In today's class, let us discuss the concept of consideration. So, what exactly a consideration is? Before even going to the definition, let us understand four different types of consideration. That is, consideration can be in four different forms. So, it can be in four different forms. Let us understand one by one. The first form is a consideration can be in the form of money. Consideration can be in the form of money. Let us take a small example to understand this. Say, I am purchasing this mobile phone. I am purchasing mobile phone. In consideration to it, I am paying money. So this consideration is in form of money. I hope you understood this. So the first basic example is consideration can be in the form of money. Now let us talk about the second form. They say consideration can also be in the form of kind. Can also be in the form of kind. So what is kind? Let us take an example to understand this. Say I want to purchase a mobile now, but instead of paying money, I am giving my old mobile phone. So instead of giving money, I am paying old mobile phone. So this is consideration in kind. So we understood the two forms of consideration, which are those. One is in form of money and in kind. Now let us look at the third form of consideration. It says consideration can be in the form of an activity as well. In the form of activity as well. Let us take an example to understand this. Say I want to purchase a mobile phone. I want to purchase a mobile phone, but instead of paying in money or in kind, I will say you give me mobile phone. In exchange of this, I will teach your son how to play guitar. Okay, so what am I agreeing for? I am saying give me mobile phone. I will do an activity. Activity of what? Teaching his son how to play guitar. Now am I paying in money? No. Am I paying in kind? Again no. What am I doing? I am agreeing to do an activity in return of a mobile. So I hope even the third form is clear to you. Now let us go to the last form of consideration, that is the fourth form of consideration. It says forbearance of an activity is consideration. What do you mean by forbearance of an activity? In simple terms, it is not doing something is consideration. Not doing an activity is also a consideration. Let us take an example to understand this. To understand this example, I want you to go back to your childhood. In your childhood, maybe your mother said, do not make noise, I'll give you a chocolate. Do not make noise, I will give you a chocolate. So why you were given with the chocolate? For not making a noise. So here, were you doing an activity? No, you were not doing an activity, hence you were getting a chocolate in return. So in short, doing something is also an consideration, not doing something is also a consideration. Now let us take a classic example to understand what is this forbearance of an activity. Say a partner is retiring from a partnership firm. A partner is retiring from a partnership firm. The partnership firm says, partner, you should not continue this business. Okay, the partnership is saying to the retiring partner, saying that you should not continue this business in the similar locality for next 10 years. And the partnership firm pays 10 lakh rupees to that partner. Now, why partnership firm is paying to the partner? It is paying because partner should not do something. It is paying because partner should not carry that business. It is popularly called as non-compete fee. So non-compete fee is a classic example of forbearance of an activity where partner is getting paid for not doing an activity of carrying that business in the similar locality. So that is an example for forbearance of an activity. So let us sum up entire four form of consideration. First thing it said, consideration can be in the form of money or in the form of kind or in the form of activity, that is doing something or not doing something. So these four forms of consideration you need to remember. After understanding the four different forms of consideration, let us now see the definition of consideration in your study material. It talks about several terms. It talks about several terms in the definition of consideration. It says consideration should be in respect of, in response to, or for inducement. Okay, it talks about three other terms. It says in respect of, in response to, or for inducement of an activity. Now what are they trying to say here? Let us look one by one. Let us begin with what is in respect of. Say I am purchasing a bike and I am paying money. So why am I paying money? That is in respect of my purchase. Fine. So if I am paying something in respect of a supply, it is consideration. Consideration can also be in response to. So what is in response to? Say I purchase this bike and there is some defect in that. I purchased the bike and there is some defect in that, and the company pays some damages to me. Company pays some compensation to me in response to the damages. So this is in response to. So we understood what is in respect of. We also understood what is in response to. Let us understand the last term, that is inducement of. For inducement of something, if you are making a supply, then it is consideration. Now let us take an example to understand what inducement actually means. For example, say a father agrees. Father says his son that if you clear your IPCC, I will give you a bike. What father is saying? If the son clears IPCC, father will give a bike. Now why father is giving a bike? To make his son study hard at clear exam. That is nothing but induce the son to study hard. So consideration can be to induce as well. So totally consideration can be for three purposes: in respect of, in response to, or for inducement of a supply. So I hope you are clear with this. Now let us talk about the next part of the definition of consideration. Consideration specifically excludes any grant given by the government, any subsidy given by the government. So if government is giving any subsidy, it is not a consideration. So it is a simple point. If government is giving any subsidy, it is not consideration. Let us also talk about the last point in the definition of consideration. The last point talks about deposits. Deposits, normally it is not a consideration. But if deposit is adjusted towards consideration, then it becomes consideration. Let us take an example to understand this as well. Say I paid 10,000 rupees as a deposit. While taking a house on rent, I paid 10,000 rupees as a deposit. This 10,000 is normally not a consideration. But if the landlord adjusts this 10,000 rupees, as last month's rent, then this deposit will form part of consideration. Let us summarize entire definition. It says consideration can be in four types. That is, it can be in money, it can be in kind, it is doing an activity or not doing an activity. So all these can amount to consideration. Now consideration can be for three purposes. That is, in respect of, in response to, or for inducement of a supply. So consideration can be for three things. Now we also studied if government is giving any subsidy, then it is not a consideration.